Motherfucking story time.
Get my seat straight.
Is it recording already?
It is.
Alright. Story time. All of our sponsors are in our goddamn description at the bottom. We ain't about to do the whole go through it. This is now. You see the Shattered. You see the Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? You want to get your apparel and shit. All this shit is in the goddamn motherfucking description, alright? Not only that, we're going through a pandemic, and there was another time in the States, in California, specifically in LA, where we were going through a pandemic, and it was way different than what it is now.
Way.
But we have inside motherfucking information, inside facts, inside goddamn experiences as far as what happened with the Watts motherfucking LA riots.
Yes.
Alright? This man was a motherfucking U.S. Army soldier patrolling the streets during the riots at the time as a black man. Alright? It ain't about race here. This is about experiences, period. At the time, the shit started off because of Rodney King and race riots and shit. But this is just another black man and shit caught up in the middle of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And having to pretty much deal with the ignorance of our own people and everybody else. Correct?
No, absolutely.
All right. I'm going to let him take over. This is story time with motherfucking Coach.
All right.
Watts riots. LA riots.
All right, here we go. All right,
I don't know why I keep saying Watts riots.
Yeah, it is LA riots.
Yeah.
Now, the stories, I can't say that they're exciting or whatever, but this is this is how the media, like, hypes people up or hypes the public up, in general, in, like, say, the pandemic. They want people to stay in a state of panic, right? And it was even stemmed from the LA riots. Now, the LA riots, people did get out of control or whatever. They were looting and all the other good stuff. But what the media did, which I thought was crazy, because it put out a lot of false information. And when I say false information, I was in the National Guard, just got out of the regular Army. Did the whole, the Desert Storm was going on at the time, the war in the Middle East, all that. So we get back to the States. Now I had to go train people in Texas to send them over to the Middle East. So I didn't have to go over to Saudi, because I had to do the whole training thing, whatever. So I get out of the Army, I come home, thinking I'm gonna have a chance to relax, whatever. No, I get called to duty immediately to do the whole LA riots thing. Now, when we're at our station, our substation, we're sitting there waiting for the whole, what we have to do, what our assignment is when we go out there and whatnot. And the media is telling everybody that they put us out in the streets with no ammunition. Now, this is the media putting it out there. The United States National Guard is out in the streets during the riots while everybody else is looting and they have weapons, whatever, without ammo. One, how stupid is that for the U.S. Army to put us out there with no ammo? How stupid of that is people actually thought that we had no ammo. Why on earth will we be out in the streets with no ammo? We're the United States government soldiers. We're not going anywhere without ammo, putting our lives in danger without ammo. We're not walking out in the streets with blanks, but that's what the media does. So, with that being said, I just want you guys to realize that we have to be conscious of what the media actually tells us, because they would love for you to stay in a state of panic, a state of fear, because that's what sells. Now, yes, we were fully stocked, loaded, everything, ammo, the whole bang sling. I'm walking out in the streets, and we get people speeding up to us, and they're asking us questions. Oh, so you guys out here with no ammo? No, we do have ammo, sir. We have ammo. And, and like Cel said, my own, asked me, well, don't look like you have ammo, so I don't even take my magazine out of my rifle.
Explain that. You can't just
All
say
right.
my own.
When I say my own, I mean, like people gonna ask me.
Nah.
Right?
Explain
In
that
LA.
situation. Because the
Well,
way you explain it to me and the way
all
you're
right.
about to do it right now is not going to do it justice. They need to know.
All right, look, I'm walking in the streets.
That's why we're
right?
doing this shit.
Walking in the streets, we're patrolling. We're in LA, the heart of it, Nicholson Gardens. So a lot of you guys don't know what Nicholson Gardens is.
Bounty
It's
Hunter
pretty
Bloods
much-
projects.
Yes, it's the projects in LA. So we're strolling the streets, and we're by a shopping center, and they speed up, boom. So I turn around, and we have our weapons pointed to them, and he said, "Oh, are those loaded?" So I smiled at him and said, "Absolutely, they're locked and loaded." He didn't believe me. All I did was lift up my magazine case, because I have other magazines in there, and showed him the rounds. So then, they get kind of stupid sometimes, and they ask me, "Do you know how to use that?" So I looked him dead in the face, and I asked him, "Do you want to try me?" And I wasn't smiling, because I didn't want to be in the streets in the first place. And that was the first incident. He looked me dead in the face. He knew I was not playing. He said, "No, I'm good." And he speeds off, right? So now he knows, but he's not the media. He can't report the news. He can't tell them, "Oh, they're locked and loaded, they have this." So there's a lot of people that did not know that we were locked and loaded. And there were other incidents that happened because of the media.
So the media's portraying at this point
Yes.
that the army, the military that they have patrolling the goddamn LA riots on the streets has guns but no fucking bullets.
So we can't even protect you guys. So they're giving you
All
that
right.
false. Yes, that's what they're doing. The false sense of we don't have the ammunition to protect the public. So we're just out there with nothing, right? Just regular weapons with nothing. And I'm just giving you this story so you know how to deal with our media. Because our media will put out false stuff. It's not always the truth. Don't listen to everything that they say, because they will put out false narratives, false truth. Everything is not what they say it is. It's all about perception, and you got to find out. You got to dig to get the actual truth. All right. And another thing, if it comes out like they say, there's going to be mandates or whatever. If the National Guard has to come out and get involved, I'm gonna tell you now, shit has actually gotten real if that happens. All right, do not go against the military. Don't say anything to them. I'm letting you guys know now. If there's a curfew, stay in the house, because the
They're trying
government
to fucking kill. They're not trying to fucking babysit.
absolutely. The government
Come on, yo.
has different
Agendas.
protocols and all that. So if the police shoot you or throw you down on the ground or whatever, they have to fill out paperwork, and you get to do lawsuits or whatever. Oh, they did this and that. That's totally different. If the government does it, and it's a United States Army soldier that tells you to go somewhere, and now it's an act of the government doing that. So if a government soldier actually,
Can I say this real quick?
Go for
and
it.
which you can go sign. He's saying that to say, when you join the military, you lose your rights as a civilian. So you're no longer judged as those same fucking laws that everybody else is judging. You know what I'm saying? Whereas it also does hinder them in other ways, or affects them in different ways negatively. It also protects them in different ways as it comes to if they have to invade a goddamn domestic goddamn environment. You know what I'm saying? Such as a town like LA, and motherfuckers start getting crazy. If I shoot you, there's no paperwork.
Yes.
Just know that it's just a reaction,
If
and that's what the
there's-
fuck we're trained to do.
yes, if there's bodily harm that's going to come into play, that means the United States soldier feared for his or her life, and they did what they had to do. There is no paperwork to be filled out. That means you made a mistake. You
Pick his motherfucking body up and shit, and let's
yes,
go.
and they'll push you to the side, and that's pretty much what will happen. Yeah, we do our military stuff, but it will be an unfortunate
They're
incident.
not trying
that
to
would
tolerate
happen.
with bullshit. Understand that.
So, and I want you guys to know that, things happen. I mean, even with the LA riots, there's scary situations. And I deal with,
Can you explain? Because I'm curious. Can you explain how it went from just the LAPD and sheriffs maybe patrolling to the military?
yes, what happens is, like they say, the state of I guess, state of emergency, when things happen, when they feel as though the police, the local police, the sheriffs and all that, they can't handle it, or actually they actually can handle it, they don't want to. And the reason why I say that, this is what I believe, because of all the paperwork. They bring in the government, the United States government, they bring in the government. Now the government is involved. Since all this has been going on, have you got a chance to go against the government? When they say the beaches are shut off, the beaches are what? Shut off, right? Bam, now they're giving tickets or whatever. The government issued that, not your local enforcement, not the LAPD, not your sheriff's department, not your local police, school police or whatever. The government said shut it down. So then they shut it down, so now it's a mandate. All right, so when the government gets involved, all the other stuff, the city, junction, the county, all that doesn't matter. The government just did that.
So you're saying Orange County, their declaration as far as the close down, the closing of the beaches and shit it's not a city thing, it's a government thing?
Yes, the government did that because Newsom released it. He said, okay.
How come it didn't happen to Torrance?
Well, the county said, okay, release it at your own, cognizance. So Newport said, okay, we're going to be the first ones to open up the beaches. But then people went stupid and got nutty, and they flocked the beaches instead of being smart, going there and being, keeping the whole social distance. They didn't do that. So Newsom's like, okay, screw it. Shut it down. He is the governor. That is the government. Not Newport Police, not Orange County Sheriffs. The governor said shut it down. What happened? They shut it down. The government has the authority or the ability to shut all our stuff down, period. Right? But, with that being said, like I say, the media hypes everything up and gives you false sense of security, false narratives. Actually, as Donald Trump would put it, fake news. But he too is also fake news. Because you can't believe everything that you hear and everything that the news media puts out there. And like I say, when the LA riots was happening, like I say, they thought that, a lot of the public didn't think that we had the jurisdiction that we had. And I had to, reiterate to my own brothers, my own family, said they just put out this whole mandate, stay in the house. This is, the curfew, make sure you stay in the house. And if that happens with this whole pandemic thing, I'm gonna tell you guys now, do exactly what they say, stay in the house, whatever. I'm gonna give you a scenario, because once they start pulling National Guards in,
motherfuckers be tripping.
And you get people that are not familiar with your area. They're not familiar with LA County, LA City, Southgate, whatever. So you have to be aware of that. They're pulling National Guardsmen. National Guardsmen are not your regular United States Army, not your regular Air Force, not your regular Marines. These are National Guardsmen that do this 2 weeks out of the year, 1 week in a month.
And we could be off.
They're accountants.
Could be off.
They're accountants, they're teachers, they're bankers, they're regular people. They don't do this on a regular basis. It's not your regular Army individuals. So it's not your regular military individuals out there in the streets, okay? This is your National Guard. They don't do this on a daily basis. And I want you to know how important this is, because there was an incident when I was doing the LA riots. We had an incident, and like I say, we patrolled, my unit actually patrolled like some of the hardest places.
What was your main radius or cities that you were
We had Linwood, we had downtown LA or central LA, we had Nixon Gardens, we had all the projects.
Were you walking all this, or were you just walking next to the tanks? How that?
No, we walked. We had to patrol them. We go and we get substations at Linwood. We get substations.
What were the group numbers? How many people were in each group?
It depends. Sometimes some of our groups we have like at the substation, there's probably 65 to 100 of us at a substation. But to go out on patrols, there's probably like 10 of us on each patrol because we got to be on opposite sides of the street, certain distance apart, and we're patrolling certain areas. And there's groups of 10 or whatever on different parts of the block. But anyway, while we're walking,
Damn.
like I
Hold
say,
on.
we have
One more question.
yes,
So everybody has a group of 10. Let's say that this group of 10 is under fire and shit, and they have to call over to this other group of 10. How far is every group of 10 away from each other?
a block.
One block? So
One
there's
block.
10 military niggas on every block?
Yes,
That's not cool.
yes.
That's,
So
and
because
do you think that's what would happen and shit if they call martial law?
it's it depends on how deep they go. It's a possibility. Depends on how deep they go. It can go.
And
anyway,
I'm
but,
not trying to change like the trajectory of the goddamn
Yeah.
the conversation because he's about to get into some like dope ass shit.
and I hope it doesn't go that way, but I don't think that this would go that route. The LA riots was totally different. It was a different aspect, but what I'm saying that because I want you guys to realize if the government gets involved, they can do pretty much whatever the hell they want, whether it be right or wrong. Okay, right or wrong, the government
And there's
has
nothing
the
you can
ability
do
to
about it. What are you gonna do?
But what I want you guys to get the importance of is, your neighborhoods, people coming from a different area, National Guardsmen coming down here to patrol certain areas, they don't know. I don't know who's going to be in this area patrolling or whatever. But like I say, during the LA riots, we have people from up north come down. So they're not familiar with what goes on in Nickerson Gardens or Compton or by St. Francis, Hospital, Imperial, and Rosecrans. They don't know. So we had an incident where I was grouped with some National Guardsmen from up north, and our substation was Linwood at this particular time. So we're in Linwood, and we're patrolling. And and people like to test us, so this car stops at this gas station.
Man, don't say people. Come on,
and
man. Say what it was.
Well, I am. I'm gonna get to it. So a car pulls up, at the
Cholos.
gas station, and they leave the gas station, stop at the light now. So in the middle of the street. Now, all we hear is gunshots, right? So we disperse. Boom. We run for cover. We hop behind dumpsters or whatever. And I still remember this particular spot because it's a furniture spot. They actually had got looted, so there's furniture out there. So we hide behind this dumpster and this couch or whatever, and we're locked and loaded. We come up, and all of a sudden we see somebody out by the sidewalk, and they're curled up, and they're in tears. That happened to be one of the National Guardsmen out there, scared to death, in the middle of the damn sidewalk. We had to run out there to go get him. Now, I'm already heated because I don't know who the hell is shooting up in the air. We know there was a car out there. At this period of time, we don't know who the hell it is, what it is, or why they're shooting or whatever. But now we got to get on the radio, but we have to go get this individual. So, I'm not afraid of too many things, but, I'm afraid of getting shot. I don't want to get shot.
A straight bullet.
But they get on the radio, says, we got to get this guy. So, myself and this other sergeant, we run out there to grab this dude and snatch him by both his shoulders and just take off running. Now, it came to be that these guys were just messing with us, just to fuck around or whatever, see what military response they get, which is stupid because we could have lit them up and there wouldn't have been any recourse or no paperwork, no nothing. They would have been just dead because they're playing a stupid ass game. But then they take off. But I was more heated at that individual that stayed out in the street and did not run for cover because he got scared. But this is the same type of individual that's our National Guardsman, right? That's out there to protect us, can't protect himself. That's what I'm saying. So you got these scary
That's
dudes.
the nigga that will shoot a fucking civilian.
Yes. You got these scary individuals. They're that nervous that they can't discern a skateboarder from a gangster to just a regular kid. They will shoot you and then ask questions second. So they don't know. So it's tough. You know what I mean? When you think about the whole thing, when the government gets involved and you got these soldiers out there, they have no clue, where things go in your neighborhood or what happens or whatever, or how things transpire. They don't know the difference between a skateboarder, a gangster, or that. And that part is scary. But if you get shot, you get shot. You know, and that's what we don't want. You know, that's what we don't want. You know, and that's just an incident that happened. But there's a lot of incidents that go on, and you know, there's probably incidents that I don't even know of.
Pops, first off, you didn't even go into it like how you usually do. I don't know why. I don't know if he follows the show.
No.
But yeah, I feel like you need to tell motherfuckers how you got in his ass.
Well, I did get in. I got in his ass because it's scary. One,
but that's relevant. That's what makes the story interesting.
One, I'm pissed off because
you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
basically,
because I put my life on the line to go get him out of the street, right? Because he doesn't know what goes on in our streets. But that's what I'm saying. They're that scary, and I can't blame him. They put him in that situation because he's not a regular soldier. He doesn't do this every day of the week, which is what I did every day of the week. That was my job until I got out and then joined the National Guard. That was my job every day of the week. I was a soldier every day of the week. He's not a soldier every day of the week. So when they put people in the streets, and this is what I'm telling you, if the media keeps going what they're doing and do this whole pandemic, and they're going to go do the straight, complete shutdown, and they start putting military personnel in the streets, those aren't your regular Army individuals. Those are the National Guardsmen, the Army Reserve, the Marine Reserves. Those are the individuals that do not do it every day, so it's not their everyday job.
What did you tell him? Say it.
What did I tell him? Well, I actually told him.
When he pulled his bitch ass.
I told him, I don't know why he wants me to tell him, but I told the dude, well, first of all, I was heated.
So when you pulled him, but you got to tell the whole story.
Yeah, I said, I can't believe your motherfucking ass is going to sit out in the fucking street and cry. I said, we put our life on the line to get your ass out of the fucking street. I said, I'll shoot you my fucking self.
And you wondered why I wanted him to say the shit.
But it's a scary situation, you know what I mean? Because you don't ever want to be put in that spot. You know, people think, well, were you scared? Hell yeah, I was fucking scared. Who the hell wants to get shot at? I don't know who's shooting, where it's coming from, but I'm trying to duck and run for cover. We all need to do the same thing. And this is the guy that the police, you know, local police, the sheriff's department, they're depending on this individual to protect you guys and uphold the law or whatever, martial law. So that's what I'm saying. So when stuff comes out and the government does this or whatever, you got to think about the whole scenario and what would actually transpire, what would go down. We're going to have individuals out there that really don't know what the hell they're doing. And like I said, I don't want anybody to perish, you know, because of something that was stupid. You know, something that can actually be avoided, you know. And if the media does right, they actually do their damn jobs. They wouldn't strike fear in everybody. They keep everything calm, or they try to keep everybody calm and give out the real stuff, the real news, give out real numbers and whatnot, so that we're not in a state of panic and we're actually in a state of calm, and that, you know, our president actually knows what the hell he's doing and keeps everybody else in a state of calmness instead of a state of fear.
I would also like to say this, because him saying what he said as far as that story or whatever, I've never thought about this, but I feel like it should be said. If you're looking for a courage builder, don't join the fucking military to go do it. That's not the place to go. If you're a coward, fucking be a coward. Go join a boxing gym. Don't go out there and have bullets fucking flying at you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Have people behind you relying on you to fucking, you gotta hold your nerves together. If that's not what you're built for, stay in your lane. Stay the fuck out the shit. You know, because you get people like him, a father, you know what I'm saying, that don't get to come back home because people like you froze up. Now they have to go and pull your ass by the fucking shoulders and shit back into the fucking into the safety zone because you froze up. Not because you didn't have 2 legs and shit at work and shit, but because you fucking froze up.
You know, my story's mild. Mine's a mild story. There's other stories, man, but you know,
shit happens in the streets too, and
Yeah,
like
I would have to have those people
same
here
shit.
to tell that story. Yeah, no, but he's right. I mean, it's stories like that that's all the time.
It's
what
not a
happens
fucking
all the time.
game. There's guns and there's bullets involved and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're not built for that, like, don't play around because you are risking other people's lives and yours. This isn't a let's get tough now. Fucking like, if you're not tough, you're not tough. Fucking learn how to read. Play video games and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other things for you guys to do now and shit to make money and shit and be cool. You don't have to be a tough guy anymore. It's not the fucking 80s and 70s and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just not even cool. You know, who the fuck wants to get hurt and shit? You know, take care of your fellow person and shit. You know what I'm saying? Military's not the place and shit you want to fucking figure out if you're fucking tough or not. Okay?
Not at all. Not at all.
Please. You've got people, brothers, uncles, fucking fathers, you know what I'm saying, all up in the fucking military and shit, you know what I'm saying, trying to come back home or whatever. You guys, that are a bunch of bitches and shit, that's gonna freeze up and shit when you hear the fucking gunshot. They're gonna get people killed, and I need you guys to fucking try to be techs or something. If you don't pass the goddamn ASVAB and shit in the way you're supposed to, fuck it, nigga, get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for you.
Even when you get in. Even when you get in. Hey, there's some funny stuff that happens in the service. You know, besides all this pandemic stuff, because people ask me, did you have fun in the service? I had a great time in the service. I didn't stay in to make a career out of it, no. But I had a good time in the service. Some funny stuff happened in the service that wasn't so serious. You know, when you go into the gas chamber, you know, because you got to do certain trainings and whatnot.
Gas chamber.
Yeah. So you go through different things. It's gas chamber.
How they kill the Nazis?
No, not that type of gas.
I mean, the
but it's
Jews
training. That's why they call it training. It's a gas chamber, but it's riot gas. You know, so it's riot gas. So you got, you know, it's like a gang of pepper spray, you know, in smoke.
Okay.
All right, so you go into this gas chamber. It's let me see how big is this place right here, but it's like
this 10 by 10.
Yeah, it's like a little shack, right? It's probably a little larger than 10 by 10. But I still remember in this doggone little shack thing or room, whatever the hell you want to call it, you got your drill sergeant standing to the side. They got their mask on. Then they take their mask off, and they're talking to you. So you're thinking, hell, can't be that damn bad if they got their mask off and talking to you. But we still have our mask on. They didn't tell us to take it off yet. So I'm second. They got a dude in front of me, and they're talking to him. They say, "Okay, son, take your mask off." So I'm like, "Wow, okay." Tell him to take his mask off. So I'm looking. So he takes his mask off, and immediately he starts gagging, and they're asking him questions. He can't answer the question. Ask him his name, his social security, his mama's maiden name. This dude is gagging, choking. I'm thinking, what the fuck did we just get ourselves into?
Did you get kicked out? How does that
No, he didn't get kicked out. But now he's going through all these convulsions, and I'm sitting there looking because I'm next. I'm thinking, oh my God, he's dying. How are we going to do this? I can't answer these questions. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, Ron, when they tell you to take your mask off, you're not going to be like him and snot all out your face and choking. Hold your breath and answer the questions. Yeah, I'm a smart guy. So they get to me. Okay, son, take your mask off. So I take my mask off, right after I took my deep breath. You know, I took my breath. So I'm holding my breath, take my mask off, but my eyes start burning instantly because this is riot gas. This is riot control gas. So my eyes are burning. I'm constantly blinking. You know, I'm blinking. I'm holding my breath. I'm blinking. And they ask me questions. What's your name? I tell them my name, social security number. I tell them my social security number. My mom's maiden name. Tell them my mom's maiden name. What's your dad's name? I tell them my dad's name. Mind you, I'm running out of fucking breath. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? So I take
Alright, son, pass out.
Hey, I take a slight breath. I'm one of those little small ones. The hell I do that for? Oh my goodness. Instantly. Throat is on fire. I start gagging. I answered 2 more questions. My eyes is blinking. He says, "Get out of here, son." I can't see. There's smoke. All I see is this light. I run to the light.
You see the light?
Yeah, I see the light. I run to the light. I get out of the gas chamber. So now I'm out of the gas chamber. Right? I'm dying. My throat is burning. I have some snot coming out my nose, right? So I'm like, okay, yo, that was horrible. But now I'm outside and the air is hitting my eyes or whatever. I'm getting all my faculties back. So, me being the funny dude that I am, I like cracking jokes, I like making fun or whatever. So drill sergeant, "You all right, Carter?" I said, "I'm good, drill sergeant, I'm good." So the dude next to me comes running out. He's running here. Drill sergeant says, "Go to the wind, son. Go to the wind. Go to your right, whatever." So I'm like, "Well, hell." Drill sergeant's giving directions. Let me help drill sergeant out. So the next person that comes out, me being the funny dude that I am, so this dude is running out. He has snot coming out his nose. He's choking. I'm telling him to run into the wind, right?
Why?
And drill sergeant, look, because the air hits him, in the face. So you run into the wind, so the air blows your eyes. So now it's blowing you, clear wind into your eyes and helps the burning sensation. But then I tell these dudes, "Okay, you gotta flap your arms." So I got these dudes running into the wind.
So nigga.
So they're running, they're flapping their arms like a bird, and drill sergeant's looking at me, telling me, "You're so fucked up." I said, "But they're doing it, drill sergeant." So I got 3-4 people running out, flapping their wings, like that is helping them, but that's not helping them at all. I was just being an asshole because I felt, my snot was, had snot coming out my face. I felt kind of bad for myself. But I just was, it was funny as hell to me. So people was come running out, that gas chamber. But yeah, the gas chamber is no joke. So that's probably one of the funny stories that, that I had in the service. Because this shit was fun. It was fun. It was funny. Drill sergeants let me do it. I'm like, "Hey, y'all let me do it." But shit was funny as hell because I had about 4 or 5 soldiers flapping their wings like they was birds running into the wind. But yeah, I have a shit ton of funny stories that happened in the service.
Fucking asshole for that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's motherfucking story time, bitches.
I was. Hey, I got more. Stay tuned.